Hello friends, welcome to the channel. My name is Dr. Corey Wren. I'm a vegan sociologist, a vegan feminist, and a vegan witch. And this is our monthly moon check-in. This is a very special one. This is a blue moon. Blue moon can literally mean blue in a very rare atmospheric situation when certain particles can make the moon appear blue. But really, when we talk about a blue moon, it is a more recent historical turn of phrase, if you will, that simply refers to having two moons in the same Gregorian calendar month. Because before the Christian overlay of the Gregorian calendar, people organized their lives around lunar cycles. That was how we moved cyclically and marked time and the changing of seasons. It was very important historically for agricultural societies so that they would know when to plant, when to harvest, etc., etc. Historically, this has not been good news for animals, as I've been exploring on this channel, because sometimes that also meant times for slaughtering, time for hunting, etc., etc. So one of the aims I've had on the channel is to reclaim the legacy of the moon as something much older than the institution of domestication, which is really a system of violence and oppression. It's something that actually has been guiding human life for much, much longer than that. And it's one of those rare things in the modern world, if we just happen to look up, we can lock into that ancient legacy of cohabitation, symbiotic living with fellow animals. So for the blue moon having really the blue moon only exists really because it clashes with the Gregorian calendar, which makes it especially witchy, I think, because we refuse to conform. But really what it means in modern witchcraft is a heightened period of lunar magic. So if you've never done a full moon spell before, let me invite you to try it this time. If you're a vegan and you're new to witchcraft, Wicca, eco-feminist spirituality, whatever is floating your boat, this might be a time to introduce some simple full moon manifestation magic. Because it is considered to be a heightened time, you can think about, well, what do you really, really want to manifest? What do you really want to bring to fruition? Especially because we're moving into the summer solstice season. This is the height of solar power, maybe not solar heat, at least here in the UK, where it's still quite chilly. But we'll have the longest days and the shortest nights in just a few weeks. So there are a few books if you're interested. These particular two are some of my favorites that specifically have full moon, blue moon spells in them. This one, which is very beautifully illustrated. It has lots of very simple spells in it. But a more classic one is Rachel Patterson's Moon Magic, and this one has a couple of spells in it as well for blue moons. So what can you do besides picking those books up if you're interested? The simplest thing that you can do if you're brand new to witchcraft is make moon water. And that simply means take a little jar of filtered water, put it out under the light of the moon and keep it there overnight, right? And you think about that it's infusing with this natural moon magic. Then you have this water that you've basically consecrated with your own ritual and well-meaning. And you can use that water for, let's say you're doing vegan activism and you're starting a protest, and you can sprinkle some water out. Or perhaps if you're honoring the passing of someone you loved and you want to sprinkle it on a site for them, or any kind of anything you want to add a little bit of moon magic to, basically. It's a very simple, accessible thing that you can do. Another thing that you can very easily do to incorporate moon magic is to simply light a candle and think what you want to wish on and let it burn down under the full moon. You can make a moon altar as well. So that simply means finding a particular space that you want to just kind of dedicate your attention to the moon. So that may be where you burn your candle, or where you let your glass or cup of jar of moon water infuse under the moonlight, so it has window access perhaps. You can bring fresh flowers, just something that you do ritually once a month to honor the full moon. And you'll really be surprised what happens when you start paying attention to the full moon. It really does change your mindset and helps to ground you and steadies you in a world that is so linear, so fast-paced, so rationalized, that we lose sight of the fact that actually there's something much older and something that will go on way beyond us, and that is this ever-turning of the planets, the moons, the suns, and the great big old cosmos. We can't forget that. This is like important stuff. So my full moon wish to you folks is that you make this blue moon your impetus, your motivation to start bringing in lunar magic to your everyday. And you know what, even if you don't burn a candle and you don't make moon water, even if you just say the moon is here today, the moon is here tonight, and you do something special, or even if it's just in your mind, you're like, today's the full moon, you'll notice that you get a change in your attitude. Your body feels it. If you want to learn more about moon magic, I have lots more. I go into way more depth in this stuff in my Patreon account. But certainly you want to subscribe to this channel because I do my monthly moon check-ins. And if you like the video and comment, engage with it in some way, that helps the algorithm to know that, hey, vegan witchcraft is neat stuff. So thank you for watching. I hope this blue moon treats you well and all your moon wishes come true. Keep it witchy.